In Masai Mara, 5 cheetahs defy nature's rules, proving that unity and strength conquer the toughest challenges, becoming living legends of the African plains. Join us on Wild Tracks to witness this extraordinary journey. The legendary journey of the Cheetah Alliance, from glory to betrayal. Every member in the alliance plays a unique role. The influential and determined leader, instrumental in the creation of the alliance, steered them in the crucial early stages. The strategist, with exceptional skills and a clear sense of direction, was pivotal in shaping the group's operations. The relentless warrior, celebrated for his resilience and power, is always the first to rise and defend the group from any threat. Another member, renowned for their agility and adaptability, joined the alliance later, but proved invaluable during tough times. This swift and elusive member remains a key element in the group's tactical advantage. The alliance, formed by 2 pairs of brothers and an individual, is a rare and extraordinary union. Their speed mirrors the winds across the Masai Mara plains, where every movement could mean life or death for the herd. Their migration journey is a constant cycle of dangers, yet they prepare for every hunt with remarkable teamwork, relying on speed and masterful tactics, making them the most efficient predators. Each member plays a distinct part in the group. The leader is the first to spot a potential prey, and once a target is identified, the group activates their strategy. The leader and the warrior move in from opposite sides to block the prey's escape, while the others patiently await the perfect moment to strike. The hunt is not only about the meal, but also demonstrates their unity and collaborative effort. This alliance represents more than just a collection of cheetahs. It embodies a family, a legendary presence on the Masai Mara plains. They protect their domain through strength and strategy, establishing themselves as the undisputed rulers of this land. During mating season, females arrive in their territory, and the strongest males compete for the right to mate, proving their strength and worth. Only the dominant males are chosen by the females. This is nature's way of selecting the fittest to ensure the survival of the species. Months later, in the safety of a tree hollow, cheetah cubs are born. Small, with soft fur and wide eyes, they carry the promise of future strength and courage. These cubs represent life and hope, imbued with the spirit of the alliance, power, speed, and unity. The cheetah leaders not only defend their land, but ensure their legacy continues. When cubs are born, the alliance's duty extends beyond defending territory. It involves ensuring the survival and well-being of future generations. The home is no longer just a sanctuary for the adults, but also a place where the next generation is nurtured and prepared for the harsh realities of life. In the afternoon light, the dry grass of the Masai Mara sparkles beneath the sun. The renowned Cheetah Alliance lies hidden in the shade, ever watchful. A zebra herd grazes quietly, with the strategist leading them. The group moves in, executing their plan with precision. As the leader and the warrior close in from both sides, the 5th member silently positions behind them, ensuring the perfect strategy. Suddenly, the zebras sense the impending danger. Their startled calls fill the air as they scatter, but it's too late. The strategist charges, targeting a young zebra that strayed from the group. The chase begins. After securing the kill, the group swiftly takes control of the prey. As the strategist begins to enjoy the first bite, the leader and the warrior remain vigilant, guarding against other predators. Once the area is secure, each member takes their turn to share the fresh meat. Meanwhile, a mother leopard and her cubs patiently wait for their portion. The strategist tears off pieces and delivers them to the leopard family. The mother gently shares the meat with her cubs, who eagerly fight over it. This feast not only rewards the family but also symbolizes their unity and affection, reinforcing the bond between the members of the alliance. As the sun sets over the Masai Mara, the once unbreakable unity of the legendary alliance is put to the test. Years of working together made them formidable, but time and instincts led to their downfall. One member, driven by a desire to claim his own territory, betrayed the group. This act of treason turned him from a trusted ally into an enemy. Tensions rose, and the remaining members, led by the strategist, could not forgive the betrayal, especially with new dangers threatening their land. On January 27th, the body of the traitor was discovered near the Talek River, his body marked with deep wounds, evidence of a fierce confrontation. Photographer Jeffrey W. reported that former allies were responsible for his demise. After the battle, the surviving members fled, their paws bloodied as they crossed the swift-flowing Talek River to escape. This tragic event stunned those who had followed the alliance's rise and reign. The iconic image of the five crossing the river together now lives only in memory. The traitor's death marked the end of the alliance. The remaining four members were renamed the Anambra Alliance. But this change in name reflected a deeper shift in the group's internal dynamics. In the world of cheetahs, where territorial instincts often overshadow loyalty, nothing is permanent. While the Masai Mara Bowl continues to be a battleground for survival, the story of the alliance's rise, reign, and eventual fall will remain one of the most enduring legends of this expansive grassland. The Lion's Legacy, a tale of power, survival, and the unbreakable bond of family. Bathed in the brilliant yellow light of the morning, the Masai Mara grasslands extended as far as the eye could see. Each blade of grass swayed with the wind, whispering the earth's secrets. This land is ruled by proud predators, where every step signifies survival and dominance. Among this landscape, a male lion with a majestic black mane stood tall against the clear blue sky, embodying the living legend of Kenya's plains. His powerful roar resonated across the land, asserting his sovereignty, backed not only by physical strength, but also by a resilient will that helped him conquer countless obstacles. In 2003, after defeating a rival group, this lion and his companion took control of the Vilasaka territory. It was during this conquest that his pride grew, with 4 strong lionesses joining him. These lionesses were key in solidifying his rule and ensuring the survival of the pride. Between 2004 and 2005, the pride saw the birth of its first cubs in the challenging environment of Vilasaka. The pride remained vulnerable, constantly under threat. The lion fought relentlessly to protect his cubs from hyenas, rival lions, and the unforgiving elements. 5 male cubs survived, each destined to become legendary. The eldest son, inheriting his father's leadership qualities, would eventually lead the pride after his father's passing. Another son, known for his impressive size and strength, became a battlefront leader, though he was the first to sacrifice his life for the pride. A third son, quick-witted, helped the pride secure food, while the fourth, calm yet fierce, motivated the others to persevere. The cubs' early years were filled with challenges. With 8 cubs in total, the lion and his lionesses fought off threats from rival lions, who often killed the cubs of others to assert dominance. But through sheer determination, the lion protected his young. By 2007, as the cubs reached adolescence, The time came for the male lions to leave the pride and carve out their own territory. However, a powerful new coalition of male lions emerged, forcing the lion to relocate with his pride. They lived as nomads, with the lion assuming not only the role of a father, but also that of a teacher. He taught his cubs how to hunt, fight, and survive in a harsh world, preparing them to become formidable warriors and strengthening their bonds. In 2008, with the migration of May, the lion's cubs were now fully grown. Under their father's guidance, they returned to Masai Mara, not merely to survive, but to forge their own legacy, the legendary alliance. As dawn broke, the pale yellow light illuminated the plains, and the sounds of birds filled the air. Yet, this peace was short-lived. In the distance, a massive hippopotamus lumbered from a shallow puddle, its thick skin glistening in the sun. Typically, hippos stay close to water, confident that no predator would dare challenge them. But today, there was a shadow among the reeds. The lion, the king of the meadows, his dark mane flowing in the sunlight. With his 5 sons, each step as light as a shadow, they had been watching the hippo since it left the puddle. The moment had arrived. The lion assessed the situation. Hippos, being large and powerful, are rarely targets for lions, as they can easily repel an entire pride. But with his alliance, made up of 6 fierce warriors, the lion was ready to attempt what no other pride would dare. With a low growl, the lion signaled his sons to move into position. 2 sons circled the hippo from the sides, while 2 others approached from behind. The eldest son moved directly toward the hippo. The morning sun illuminated their dark manes as they silently surrounded the giant prey. The hippo sensed something was wrong and raised its head, but before it could react, one of the sons struck, sinking his claws into its leg. The hippo roared, spinning in an attempt to retaliate, but another son quickly grabbed its front leg, throwing it off balance. The struggle quickly escalated. The hippo fought fiercely, revealing its large teeth and knocking one lion to the ground. As it turned to face the other lions, the eldest son pounced, biting deeply into the hippo's neck and bringing it to the ground. The hippo howled in agony, but 2 more lions quickly joined in, biting its sides and weakening it further. What followed was a brutal battle for survival, with the lions working in perfect coordination. The lion, majestic as ever, observed from a distance, waiting for the right moment. When the hippo finally began to weaken, he lunged and dealt the final blow, ending the fight with a resounding roar. As the sun rose higher, casting a golden glow over the fallen hippo, the lions approached their prize. The lion lowered his head and used his sharp teeth to tear into the tough skin. The fresh scent of blood filled the air, drawing his sons toward the kill, but no one rushed in. In this domain, the king was always given respect. One by one, his sons joined him. The eldest first, followed by the others. The sounds of tearing flesh echoed in the air, mixing with the songs of distant birds, creating a haunting symphony of life and death. As the lions feasted, a new presence appeared on the horizon. 3 male lions, their thick manes and cold eyes piercing the morning air, approached. Unyielding and fearless, they had clearly planned this invasion. The silence of the morning was shattered by a thunderous roar. The lion's sons, immediately positioned themselves behind him, ready to protect their territory. This was not just a fight to defend their land, it was a battle for survival. The invaders wasted no time. One charged directly at the lion, while the others focused on his sons. A furious clash of claws and teeth erupted as the lion faced the leader of the invaders. a massive lion with a dark golden mane. Each strike sent dust and blood into the air. Meanwhile, the lion's son struggled fiercely against the invaders, but they were outmatched by the raw power and battle-hardened experience of the newcomers. The fight dragged on for hours. One of the lion's sons was severely wounded, and the eldest son also bore deep injuries. Realizing the dire situation, the lion let out a commanding roar, signaling his sons to retreat. This was not surrender, but a tactical move by a wise and experienced leader. From 2007 to the summer of 2008, the lion and his 5 sons led a nomadic existence. Without territory, females, or a steady food source, survival became their only focus. Yet, in this harsh existence, the lion proved himself to be both a father and a leader. He guided his sons across the land, teaching them to avoid larger predators and capitalize on every opportunity to survive. Unlike other nomadic lions, who often split up or live alone, this lion kept his sons united, teaching them to hunt in unison and face danger together. The lion used his intelligence to lead them to less crowded areas, where food and water were more abundant. One of his strategies was to target elephant herds during the dry season, a feat few lion prides would attempt. In early summer 2008, a drought gripped the Masai Mara, forcing elephant herds to move to the few remaining watering holes. The lion and his sons began tracking a herd of elephants. Elephants, with their immense size and strength, are a symbol of power on the plains. Only the strongest lion prides dare challenge them, but the lion knew that with perfect coordination, he and his sons could succeed. They followed a young elephant that had become separated from its mother. The lion signaled his sons, and they carefully positioned themselves. 2 of his sons distracted the mother herd, while the lion approached the calf from behind. With a swift attack, the lion bit the calf's hind leg, causing it to stumble. The elephant herd reacted, turning to protect the calf. But the lions, working in unison, confronts the herd. The battle raged for a short time, and the calf finally fell, becoming the pride's first meal after days of hunger. The successful hunt marked the lion's transformation into a powerful alliance. Unlike any other alliance in Masai Mara's history, this one survived not just through strength, but through rare unity. A father and his 5 sons achieved the unimaginable, turning their life as landless exiles into a glorious dynasty. However, in the relentless world of survival, no dynasty lasts forever. From 2008 to 2012, the alliance ruled supreme, controlling the richest grounds. Yet, with new alliances forming, their reign began to face challenges. The strongest brother in the group was the first to fall in a battle against another male lion coalition. His death was a shock to the pride, but the lion, as a father and leader, rallied his remaining sons, keeping their spirits high as they continued to defend their territory. By 2013, the lion reached 14 years of age, an incredible age for a wild lion. Despite the toll that age and battles had taken on him, his thick black mane and unyielding presence remained a symbol of strength and pride. Jonathan Kalo, one of the last researchers to see him, described the lion's final moments. Although weak, his eyes still shone defiantly, conveying the message that his journey was far from over. When the lion passed away, his legacy lived on, not just in Masai Mara, but in the hearts of all who followed his story. The pride, though shaken, continued under his son's leadership, defending their territory from the rising pressure of new alliances. In 2016, one of his sons fell in a brutal confrontation with the RS coalition. A year later, another son perished. Now, only the eldest son remained, the most powerful successor. Without his brothers, the eldest son was forced to leave his family's land. But like his father before him, he did not surrender. With courage and wisdom, he formed a new alliance with his own son, continuing his father's legacy across the Masai Mara. This new alliance, built by the lion's descendants, demonstrated that his legacy would not be forgotten. The alliance thrived, becoming one of the strongest in Masai Mara, and proving that the lion's story would live on forever. The lion's life, from a lone warrior to a father who led the most powerful alliance, was a story of courage, perseverance, and the power of solidarity. Though gone, his roar still echoes across the plains, a reminder that legends never die, but live on through future generations. In the end, the stories of the 5 great heroes and the lion's legacy highlight the power of unity, strength, and loyalty. Through their struggles and triumphs, these animals remind us that survival is shaped not just by individual strength, but by the bonds we form. Their legacies live on, inspiring future generations with lessons of perseverance, leadership, and the enduring power of family.